sitting pretty decent now, not too bad. Still dust flying, so that's good. I think if we can get through this little band right there, we might have time to get finished up. Fueling up and putting DEF in, aka government juice. DEF is diesel exhaust fluid. It's part of the Tier 4B emissions program that the government puts out for all heavy equipment. So just one extra expense and several more things to go wrong. But anyway, all it is basically water and urea mixed together. So it injects into the exhaust system and really cleans up the exhaust so it doesn't come out black and nasty, but whatever. We're getting a little bit of a late start this morning. Oh, government juice is done. Getting a little bit of a late start this morning. It takes forever to service everything, like just forever. I like to try to get it done the night before, but we run later at night, so it doesn't give us a whole lot of time to get our servicing done at nighttime. So we greased everything, fueled everything. That's 2 tillage tractors, 2 tillage implements, 2 planters, and 2 planter tractors. Actually, the 1 planter didn't get greased. So see you guys at the field. And we're planting. Beautiful day today. It's May 2nd. It's supposed to be 70 degrees, I think. We need some heat pretty bad. We're finally going to hopefully get some, not till maybe towards the end of this week, and then starting next week, a couple 80-degree days, which would be wonderful to get these little seedlings up out of the ground. But I've got about 450 acres of corn left as of right now. Get about hopefully close to half of that done today. Finally have some dust. I started this field last night and the moisture came up and it was just getting just a little tacky, so I quit. It's starting to pick up on the tires just a little bit, but it's planting really nice now. This is a Whiffles number. Never planted any Whiffles before. Our good friend Ryan Buckler is a new Whiffles dealer. Matthew and Jonathan are about 2 miles that way, working some corn stalks and planting beans, and Dad just left with the 550 and field cultivator. He's gonna, I believe, work some more corn stalks down. I've got some ground work ahead of me, or they do, so I'll be able to plant most of the day with some ground that's already been worked, so that'll be good. We'll get out here and check the depth here real quick this morning. I'm almost done with this field, probably 15 acres left maybe. There's one right there. Check depth, as I've got 2 depth checkers here. I kind of pat the top of there. That's soil level. Top level. Now I just put the marker right there on the. You guys can see that or not? About 1 3/4 inches. About perfect. Sunshine's going to really warm up the soil today. We need that. It's been cold. Stuff's not growing very fast. So I will throw you guys out here on the planter so you can watch. What'd I do for you guys? I gotta keep planting. but I want you guys to get some good shots too. Let's see, where can I set you at? Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good shot here. You guys are really dusty now. It's all right. Whatever it takes, get the shot. I got like 10 acres left here, so I'm gonna put you guys down and meet you back at the shop because I gotta refill with corn seeds. So see you there in a few minutes. Okay, got that, 40 acres done in about an hour and 20 minutes. So I gotta fill up some corn now because I'm going into another field. Okay, now let's hoist ourselves up this ladder here and check how much corn's in here. Should be about empty. Looks like it is. I might shovel some of this from one hopper to the next because it's about the same. Because I got two varieties I'm putting side by side. The variety that's in here, it's a Whiffles number. I'm going to put more of it in one side and then a DeKalb number on the other side, and do a side-by-side comparison throughout this 112 acres that I'm going to head to. So, I told you about a nifty-difty shovel here. We will shovel some out. On. I timed this hopefully, or figured up about right. The box was empty. Oh, yeah, that's pretty close. At the beginning of the year, I go through and make a kind of a prescription of what I want at each field, different variety, and so you kind of got to do a lot of math of how many bags it's going to take for each field depending on your population. So this is going to be the end of this number on this field, and it looks like I needed 1,053. The box is empty. You guys see that? There we go. I needed 1,053 and I got 1,045, so 8 pounds off from doing some math back in February, so not too shabby. Just a little graphite talc mixture, and I think I explained it earlier. You don't want to breathe this stuff, that's for sure. Graphite is a seed lubricant, helps the seed flow down better, and then the talc is a drying agent, keeps the seed from bunching up with moisture or from the seed treatment. So stuff works pretty well. Don't want to breathe it though, it's kind of nasty. I'll give you guys a little ride into the thriving metropolis of Oakland. I planted about 30 acres here on this field. It's pretty chunky. We didn't get a lot of fall tillage work done. Well, we got quite a bit of it done. There's a few acres that we didn't get done. This was one of them. We cut the beans in the mud here, so we had some ruts and stuff. So it's chunky in places, much worse way on down there in that dark ground. But you can see we've worked this twice. Worked it a couple days ago, then worked it again yesterday. These chunks are just no good. It's just a little damp when you work it, and you about have to open it up to dry it out. And then once these chunks dry out, they turn to concrete. Thankfully, I have those awesome Martin row cleaners, and they're doing a really good job. You can see here how this is nice and fluffy and fresh, and it kicks all these nasty dry clods out of the way. So where's the bathroom at in these parts? Oh, there it is. We don't have too many of these here in central Illinois, but there's a few. I know some guys up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, they don't even bother picking these up because there's so many of them. But that would do some damage to a combine next year cutting beans. Just about done with this field. There's a big fence row that goes around this whole entire field. It's not a big fence row, but it's enough that it sucks a little nutrients out of those first few rows of corn. So got about 6 acres left, 6 or 7 acres. So I've bumped the population down. This is kind of some lighter ground. You can kind of see some lighter soil, and the reason, for those of you that aren't farmers, the reason I bumped the population down is because in the stressful times of summer, with the heat and lack of rainfall, the closer the plants are together, the more they're competing, which you want on good black fertile ground. But on the lighter ground, you want to try to keep them spaced out a little further. So I lowered the population down. I planted this field at about 35,000 seeds per acre. And I'm back here on this higher, lighter spot, and I bumped it down to 34,000. So it's not a lot, but it might help a little bit. So I'll show you how I do that on this monitor. It's pretty slick, pretty easy. You can actually enter a prescription in if you want, and variable rate the whole field, so it will change the population for you, but I don't have that. Right now I'm at 34,000. I set at 34,000, so it's anywhere from 33.9 to 34.4. So to change it, just click that, click the little edit button, and that gives you your populations. You can have presets down here. I got 32, 34.5, 35.5. So to bump it up, you just click up. There's 35,000. We're going through a little dark spot here, so I'll hit OK, and now it's planting 35,000. A shout out to Ben Hauk, one of my best buddies. He just got engaged today. Congratulations to he and Vanessa. So we're just about finished here. We'll be heading to the next one shortly. Well, we're done with that one. On to the next one. There's Matthew pulling in to plant some beans. Big field, 8 acres. Big fields. One nice thing I do like about this Kinze planter was the option for the rear camera, or cameras. Pretty nice to know if you got anybody behind you, because you cannot see when you're driving. It can take up to 3 cameras total, but they're $800 a piece, so I thought one was enough.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is May 2nd. I planted about a little over 100 acres this morning, and this afternoon we're going to switch to some seed beans. and seed beans is what's going to be planted next year. So it's basically seed stalks. So everything has to be cleaned out completely. The bean planter and the bead tender, and also the people we're raising these for want us to plant at a lower population. And in order to do that, we have to switch a few things out on our planter because of what we normally plant at. Our planter can only plant a minimum of 142,000 seeds per acre, but we need to plant 125-ish thousand seeds per acre. So what we're changing out is these bean plates, which has 120 spots in it for beans. So every time it does a full rotation, it kicks out 120 beans. And we're putting in these 60 cells. They have 60 holes. So every time it makes a full rotation, it drops out 60 beans. So when we do that, we change out our sprockets. And so this enables our bean planter to plant at 125-ish thousand beans per acre. So to do that, we have to take the plate off of the meter. That's what it looks like with the black ones on there. Put them on there, click them in, put on the vacuum side of the hose, and put it back on.
I had to pull in here, got some corn, helped them switch those plates, and on to the next one. What the heck is that thing? Green and yellow. Ugh.
I know you guys most likely can't see it, but it has started to sprinkle. I wasn't expecting it to start raining for about another 2 hours. I don't really think it's supposed to, but it's starting to sprinkle on us a little bit. Hopefully I get this field done. I bumped her up a gear. We're now going about 7.5, but I've done 40, almost 8 acres. This is an 80-acre piece. Hopefully the rain holds off for us. Hey, let's try this out. And oh Lord, that's bright. How's that? Is that better? Like I said, got 4 acres left, so hopefully I get it done before the rain gets too bad. I don't know. We'll see. I like this light. It works out nice.
Well, it's about 5 minutes till 9 and now it's raining. It looks like it's trying to get through. We're about through it, hopefully. Would really like to get this field done, get tucked away in the shed because it is supposed to rain more tonight. We shall see. Joys of farming. Mother Nature rules the roost, no matter what. Last through. I'm about 20 minutes too late. It's drizzling pretty good right now, so I'm bumped up a gear. Running a little over 10 miles an hour. It's still singulating pretty well, about 99.2 or 3. Ground contact's 99% to 100%, so this will be a good test. To see, I don't like getting things sticky or tacky or nasty, but looks like I'm going to get this field finished. Matthew got his beans finished, so we should be back at the shop about the same time. Darn it. I hate getting stuff muddy and sticky. Headed home. Got about a 3.5 mile drive. Well, that's it. We got done what we wanted to get done, even though we had to do a little bit of it in the rain. So that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.